You know, Richard. I was walking down the street the other day and I saw this quadriplegic woman crying on the sidewalk.
What was she crying about?
I didn't know, so I walked over to her and asked her. She told me that she had never been hugged before.
So you hugged her?
Yes.
Did it work?
For a little bit, until she started crying again. I was confused, so I asked her why she was crying. She told me that she had never been kissed before, so I gave her a kiss on the cheek.
And did that work?
I thought it did, but then she started crying yet again. At this point, I became quite annoyed. I asked her again why she was crying, and she said that she had never been fucked before. So I invited her to stay at my house. And when we got to my house...
Let me guess. You had sexual intercourse with her.
Sexual intercourse? What makes you think I would do something like that?
Well, fuck is a slang term for sexual intercourse.
I know what it means, Richard. Of course I didn't have sexual intercourse with her. First, I punched her in both eyes until they were blackened beyond all recognition. Then, I took out a steak knife and stabbed her in the legs multiple times, asking her if she can feel it. After stabbing her, I grabbed a revolver and emptied all 6 bullets on her arms, 3 for each arm. I threw the gun aside and took out a rabbit squirrel that had been hiding in my cupboard for quite some time. I threw the squirrel on her, who then proceeded to scratch the woman's face up, bite her in the neck, and stick its dick in the bite wound. After that, I took out some mace and sprayed it in the woman's now swollen eyes. She screamed and cried in agony as I laughed in sheer glee. After the mace ran out, I then grabbed her wheelchair and shoved her down the front porch stairs of my house. As she lay there, crippled and unable to move, I took out a bottle of lighter fluid and emptied it all over her. Then, I took out a cigarette lighter, lit it up, and tossed it onto her soaked body. She lit up faster than...
Dude.
Hold on. I'm not finished yet. She lit up faster than a Christmas tree at the beginning of December. As she lay there, burning to a crisp and screaming for help, I took out the steak knife I used earlier to stab her in the legs with and proceeded to give her still burning body a crudely performed, simultaneous appendectomy and tonsillectomy. I shoved both the appendix and tonsils down her throat, then proceeded to pull her intestines out and strangle her with them. Soon, I got bored with that, so I lifted her body, which was still burning, over my head, and tossed her into the road. It was a good thing I did, too, because as soon as she hit the road, a Greyhound bus came by and ran her over, splattering guts, blood, and other internal organs all over the road. I dragged what remained of her body back onto my driveway and proceeded to dance a Scottish jig on her dead body. After I finished dancing, I looked down at her lifeless, road-killed carcass and told her, "There. Now you're fucked."
My God. You are such a horrible person.
No, I did that woman a favor. She wanted to be fucked, and I did just that.
You are so going to hell for that.
Sheesh. I guess there's no pleasing some people.